So here I have my Ego lawnmower, and what I want to do is start to design a custom type of cabinet built around my Ego or my lawn tools. But I also, if possible, want to have some working space, like kind of like a cabinet within, not really a cabinet, like a desk type of workstation. And that would be for if I need to work on any of the lawn tools, but it could also be utilized for working on any other kind of tool in the shop. So I'm bringing out the lawnmower because I'm thinking about this being the base, right? So what I need to do is just get some basic dimensions of this. So I've got my ruler out here. All right here I have my ruler, and I'm just going to determine the actual length, width, and height of the lawnmower so that I can design the cabinet around it. And I'm thinking, obviously I make everything on casters, so what I'm envisioning here is actually putting the lawnmower in. So the way that I lifted it, by grabbing it, like here and down on the front lever, I'm envisioning picking it up and putting it in a drawer and closing it into a drawer, right? So that it looks aesthetically more pleasing. I mean, I know idealistically you would want something like this to just sit flush on the floor. However, because these wheels don't, they only go forward and backwards, and pushing this in and out would cause undue pressure on the wheel assembly. I think it would be better if I actually just pick up the lawnmower and set it down in a drawer and then close that drawer up so aesthetically it looks nice, right? So what I'm envisioning is essentially a basic box here, a drawer assembly that houses the lawnmower on the inside of it. And then on one side, I actually have two power washers. And because those are both higher than the table, I'm thinking the two power washers will be on opposite sides, which would give me, so I would have like a column on each side. And then like this portion here would be, like if we were using the MFT as the example, the lawnmower would be here in the drawer, and I would pull out that drawer and pick up the lawnmower out and take it to do what I need to do. And then I would bring the lawnmower back and lift it and set it in that drawer and then close the drawer up. That's what I'm envisioning. On each side would be a cabinet that opens up where my power sprayers would be on each side. Above each power sprayer would be extra storage on each side. And then across the top, what I'm envisioning is a storage for my trimmers and edgers. So, and those would be like in cabinets or cupboards as well. I'm trying to think of the best way to store those, because I could actually store those vertically on the sides as well, depending upon how wide this cabinet's going to be, or across the top. And obviously I could just make a full cabinet where everything is kind of housed in, just one big cabinet. Say it was the length of this table, and I'd have power washer on one side, power washer on the other side, and then my my trimmers and edgers could be stored above, and that would just be one full cabinet. However, that wouldn't give me extra functionality. I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually make this in a way where I can have everything that I'm looking for, but I'm going to try. The goal is to make it aesthetically more pleasing, but then also to, like everything in this shop, make it modular so it can move around. May even build it in sections where it's essentially, I build a cabinet, essentially like a desk. Let's say if this is a desk and this is the only part I need for the lawnmower, maybe have a drawer at the top to put tools, hand tools, or things that are applicable to the lawn equipment, and then the big drawer beneath it to house the actual lawnmower. And then that would be like one cabinet. And then I build two side cabinets to house other materials or other tools, and then build a cabinet that goes across the top that would rest on the two cabinets on the top, so that I could store longer items there. I may end up having to get rid of some of my equipment, but before I do that, I want to try to maximize the storage that I have. So let me get these measurements, and then I'm going to jump into SketchUp and see what I can start to design just around this lawnmower. So I'm looking at my ruler here, and this is just a rough guesstimate. I'm going to go So I'm going to go with 40 inches long. All right, so I'm going to go with, I'm just going to draw out a basic rectangle here. So we're going to go with 40 inches wide, if you want to say. And then the depth, which may change. And this is going to be the benefit to designing this in SketchUp, because I can change it around accordingly. So let's get that depth. I'm going to go with 23 inches deep, and then the actual height So the height, I'm going to go with about 20 inches. That may change based upon, I do have the bag that'll probably be housed here. So I think when I put the bag on here, you know, it may add a little bit of height. But I'm gonna start with 20 inches high. And that's gonna go about here across. Maybe a little bit higher than that. And just to give scope, this whole thing here, this whole table is 34 and, what is it, 34 and an eighth in height. And but this will be 20, so I'll have to add the casters and then the actual wood that I'm going to use to build it. So these casters, the height on the floor is about 6 1/8. All right, so I got the basic dimensions of this. Now I'm going to go ahead and go onto my computer and work in SketchUp and see what I can design. Now I'm fairly inexperienced with SketchUp, so well, don't expect to see great things. Basically, we're going to be learning this SketchUp as we go along, and just trying to design a basic box. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. And let's go up to the office. Alright guys, so we're here in the office, and I'm going to go ahead and start this lawnmower cart design. As you can see here on the screen, I'm going to click the woodworking in inches. Alright, let's give this a shot. So let's make a rectangle. And we're gonna go with 40 by 23. All right, so what I'm going to do is now select this piece. And do a push-pull and bring it up by 19-30 seconds. And then I want to select the whole piece and make a component. All right. Now what I want to do is make a piece that's going to be 23 by 1130 seconds. So let's make the rectangle tool, or use the rectangle tool. All right, so we've got that. Now I want to select this with the push-pull tool. So what we want, 20.1875. Now I want to select this piece. And I'm going to make this a component. There's an Alt. Yeah, Alt. And then take this and pull it and snap it right there. Then I'm going to select this other one over here and grab the... So I see that both of the bottoms here are not a complete object, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Okay, so now the back of this cabinet, we're going to, so this should be a component, this should be a component. Let me try it now. Okay, that worked. And then now I want to select this other one. Oh, that put it on both. Okay, so both of those, so these are two components. All right, now let's do the base, which is going to attach onto the back here, or the front and the back. So first and foremost, let's get the rectangle tool and pull it all the way over to here. That's wrong. Control Z. It's the wrong plane. Okay. And now what I want to do is, so that's going to be 41 and 3/16 by 1930 seconds. Okay. Now I want to zoom in here, and I want to hit the push pull, and I want to select this piece and make this a component. So now I want to take this component and I want to copy and hit Alt. So that didn't work. So I'm going to Control Z, 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 Z. So I'm going to do this separately. So it's going to be 41 3/16 by 19, and then I want to bring this up. Okay. So now I want to select this and hit Alt. Not quite sure what this line is, but let's see if we can erase it. Nope. This is stressful. Okay, so I got my four sides of my box finally. Now let's see if I can pull them together. All right. Simple box. So the lawnmower will sit inside of the box here, or drawer, whatever you want to call it. So let's take this one here and make a handle, just so we know. I'm going to select this one here. I'm going to take some measurements. Come down. Let's go about there. Go 2. 1. All right, so this is the drawer that'll come out of the cabinet. So now let's design the cabinet that goes around the drawer. So this is what the actual lawnmower is going to be in. So on the base here, let's come out. And let's make a base. And we want to hit an A. And pull that down by, let's say, 1930 seconds. Oh, did that wrong. So now we have a base on that box. Alright. Now what I want to do is pull this base out on the side by 19-30 seconds. And on this side by, and in the back by and then what I'm going to do is put a line right here. Escape that. And let's go ahead and put it I'm going to put a top on this box, which is not really a top on the box, but basically this the same thing on the bottom. So let's do that. So we'll go from this corner just escape that. Okay, let's see if this will work. And then let's pull this out by 19:30 seconds. a line here. And a line, let's escape this. Put a line here. And then we'll grab this. We'll do, I think I need to do a, let me try a rectangle right here. And then I'll put an push pull up to this. Escape, come around and do the same thing over here. Escape. So we're gonna do penciled line. Escape. Why is that not? Oh, that's why. I get it. So I need to move the whole model over. Come all the way down. And then do push pull. There. Escape. All right, so we got that. Let's get rid of these guides. I think there's a Okay, so this is the drawer and the cabinet that everything will be in. So anyways, you get the general idea. It took me quite a while to actually get this done, but you kind of understand what I'm going for. So basically the lawnmower will sit down inside of here, and then I'll continue to build this out to add other features. So obviously this is a longer video, simply because, you know, I'm learning this program as I do this, but I'm also trying to bring you along to help you to see what I'm thinking and how I'm trying to go about doing things. So before, I'm just going in the shop and I'm just making things. Now what I'm trying to do is actually start to design things so that I have less wasted material. I'll have to continue to tinker with this program to figure out how to make a cut list and all of these different things. So if you're interested in learning as I learn, then you'll see something like this in one of my future videos. Every video definitely will not be like this because this was painful and cumbersome for me. So I imagine that if someone actually sat through this video and watched it, that it's painful and cumbersome for you. For those that did stick to the end of the video, thank you, and I'll see you in my next one.